the one thing that I think Aaron Rodgers has to get comfortable with, and I think this is something that I think Brady got used to almost a decade ago, was look, the team is always going to be drafting for the future. And at one day you are going to be expendable.
Yeah.
And I remember back in like 2011, 2012, when the Patriots drafted Ryan Mallett, they were even saying back then that Mallett could be the guy to replace Brady 2-3 years in. Obviously, then never materialized. Even with Jimmy G. With Jimmy G, they drafted him in 2014. A lot of people in NFL circles thought, oh yeah, this is going to be the guy to replace Brady. They ended up trading him to San Francisco. Brady wins a couple Super Bowls, and now Jimmy G is possibly either on the way out from San Francisco or is still going to be there while they develop Trey Lance. So, and now Brady's with Tampa, and he just came off of a Super Bowl his first season there. So the one thing that I think Rodgers has a difficult time understanding, or at least I think he understands it, I just don't think that he likes it, is the fact that, hey, man, you are expendable. Don't get me wrong. Aaron Rodgers is a Hall of Fame quarterback. That doesn't mean he's exempt from being expendable.
Yeah.
And Brady was able to do it very well in New England by basically using, I think, the team drafting quarterbacks as fuel to outcompete them and put New England in a situation where they were going to win Super Bowls. I think he did that very effectively. And Brady wasn't really vocal about that in his time with New England, maybe up until the whole Jimmy G situation started to really come to fruition. And even despite that, New England won 2 Super Bowls.
Yeah.
Process. With Rodgers, though, Rodgers is a lot more vocal, and his leadership skills aren't necessarily the best, not compared to Brady.
Yeah.
Brady's an impeccable leader of a team.
Yeah, we've heard a lot of, negative stories coming from Green Bay and former players that have played with Aaron that he could be a little bit overwhelming.
Rodgers is a little bit more critical than I think a lot of guys on the team probably would like him to be.
Yeah.
But that just kind of speaks to Aaron Rodgers' personality. And look, granted, not every player is going to be, a shining star on a hill like Brady is when it comes to leadership skills. And like, I get it. It's just that with Rodgers does have a little bit more of a, oh God, how do I put this in the words? I wouldn't say confrontational, but like that seems like a little bit too far.
A little bit more of an assertive attitude.
I think he's a little bit more vulnerable to just criticism overall of some teammates and some coaches around him than Brady was. That's probably the best way that I can put it without being overly disrespectful to Rodgers. And I don't want to get this lost in translation. Rodgers' play on the field has been absolutely phenomenal. That goes without saying.
Yeah.
It's just when it comes to his leadership skills, they're not necessarily the best.